costume.
Layer that costume.
I've got my little witch hat on. I'll see if I can do a little spooky spell on the forecast for you. So the website Wallet Hub, let's talk about this. They released a list of the best small cities in America based on affordability, safety, education, health, and quality of life. But let's see how the top 5 rank with the Halloween forecast today. Let's see if you think this would be a top 5 forecast. We're headed to Carmel, Indiana for tonight. Main trick-or-treating time, I'd say probably between about 5 and 8-ish, maybe out to 9. It is going to be cold, so make sure you bundle up if you are there. We're talking below freezing with some wind as well. Heading to Melrose now, temperatures in the upper 60s, so you won't have to deal with the cold as much, but you are going to have a few showers around and some gusty winds, so you'll have to secure any pieces of those costumes that maybe aren't fully secured on. Headed to Sammamish, let's talk about this here. Mid to lower 40s as we head through 7 to 8 p.m. Going to be clear, but it's going to be cold. And then Brentwood, Tennessee, upper 30s. That is still pretty cold. That's going to be a bit below average for you. So just plan accordingly. It's probably going to be a little colder than you're typically used to for Halloween. And then number 1, Leawood, Kansas. You are going to be right around freezing. Clear skies, though. The precipitation completely moved out.
But this likely area right through the mid-Atlantic into the southeast. We could see thunderstorms as well with lightning. But the risk for the worst of the weather with the strongest of the winds in this zone from North Carolina through Virginia up into southern Pennsylvania as well. Maryland, you're in the mix too. West Virginia in that risk of very strong damaging winds. And there's an isolated tornado risk as well. You know, out ahead of our front today, we're going to get some sunshine. That's going to add to the witch's cauldron, if you will, to add up to the instability, kind of stir things up in the atmosphere. We have winds coming out of the south at the surface. At the upper levels, we've got a very strong jet stream punching into this area. So that's going to increase the wind shear and the risk for that turning of the winds with height. That'll lead to rotating thunderstorms. We've got a 3 out of 10 on the Torcon across this area today. And it's likely to be a line of thunderstorms, probably one of these line wave bow echo patterns, I think, later today, where some of the storms will have that potential to rotate. Overall, it will be a damaging wind threat that we will see. Look at southern Pennsylvania, look at D.C., look at Roanoke. The timing is 6 o'clock. Terrible timing, I know, because that's about the time a lot of you want to go out and go trick-or-treating. We've got this line pressing east. This is 9 o'clock, about the time you're heading in. You can see around Richmond, it comes through then, and then you clear out, but that's too late, of course, to do your trick-or-treating at that point tonight anyway. So let's look at the forecast specifically for D.C. We're timing it out. Here we go. At 7 o'clock, storms are approaching. Look at Frederick. Look at Leesburg here. This is not a time that you want the kids out here trick-or-treating. D.C., it's coming through just a little bit later in the district, about 8, 9 o'clock, and then it blasts through as we get through, say, the 10, 11 o'clock time frame here, and a big change coming behind the front, too, which we'll get to a little bit later in the show. Jim.
Yeah, we're going to see non-thunderstorm wind damage all the way up to the Canadian border today with this storm. All right, Winter Storm Bessie scared up some record snow in Chicago.
That's right. Warmest time of the day is in the morning, and then temperatures start dropping off.
That's what's hard about this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be shocked when they even come home from work.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a battle going on. You see the changing colors that we have here?
And the timing. So this is, what do we say, about 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Central time. So, yeah, it's going to be cold, and notably cold for a lot of you across the Midwest, but changing in the east.
So you saw Chattanooga in the 70s this morning. Okay, this is during the day.
Here it comes. Here comes the cold front. You're going to get your faux pas. Look at these temperatures dropping off. 70s Atlanta this morning, 40s by the time we get to this evening.
You gave your subdivision the all-go, so that's good.
Yeah.
We're going to stay mild on the East Coast, but there will be thunderstorms, unfortunately. So if it's not the front and the wind that'll get you, maybe lightning, unfortunately.
I mean, this is a pretty strong cold front here. Obviously, with temperature changes, you can see overnight dropping even more. And we'll get to those numbers tomorrow morning here in a moment. But let's take you through hour by hour, the day-to-day Atlanta. Noon, your 70s, 73 degrees.
Right, so frontal passage, somewhere, toward
probably
late
around
lunch.
2 o'clock.
But at least, I mean, the good news for Atlanta is we were wondering yesterday, we thought this would be like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Now 4 p.m. We've already had the front through.
Picking up in terms of speeds to get the rain out of here, but you do get the temperatures dropping off. So this is what you need to plan for, is temperatures dropping to, the upper 40s.
Plus another 10 degrees for the wind chill
factor.
Right?
Yeah.
For Atlanta, so
across
keep that
the
in
south.
mind.
Birmingham, Nashville, that's you as well. A lot of cities this applies to.
Look at Charlotte. 77 at 4,
Yeah, now
by
we've
10
got
p.m. it's 57.
thunderstorms that are going to complicate this. Temperatures start dropping off after trick-or-treaters come on in. Roanoke also has thunderstorms.
Similar situation, though, where we're seeing a dramatic change in the temperature.
I mean, especially if you're going to a party. We're not talking about the kids here, but if you're going to a party tonight, coming home, be ready for some big changes.
If folks are dressed like you, like the Good Witch of the North, Glinda, okay, and then, by the time they end the trick-or-treat.
This is not a mean witch kind of hat?
It's not a mean witch kind of hat. I see no meanness when I look at you.
But when I tell people how cold it's going to be tomorrow morning, they'll think I'm mean. I mean, look at this. Look at the tomorrow morning forecast, Jim. Watch this. Temperatures drop off.
Look at this, guys.
Big time.
Hanging around the roads will still likely have some slick spots on them. Of course, ghastly cold behind the snow for Kansas City this morning, which is helping fuel dangerous conditions for the morning commute. Meteorologist Tevin Wooten live in Kansas City this morning. So Tevin, we've talked about it a little bit already. I know black ice was a problem. How are the roads outside the city versus, say, downtown?